Which leaders met in Paris? On this day in history, January 12th, 1919, the leaders of Britain, France, Italy, and the United States met for the first time. At the French Foreign Ministry on the Quai d'Orsay, President Woodrow Wilson met with Prime Ministers David Lloyd George, Georges Clemenceau, and Vittorio Orlando. What would be the first of 100 meetings between the victors of the Great War, the leaders were determined to control the agenda of the eventual conference that would decide its peace terms. There was no precedent for this magnitude of a peace conference, so as soon as President Wilson arrived in Europe in the first ever official visit to the continent by US President, Clemenceau and Lloyd George convinced him of the need for the Allies to establish their own position on the peace terms. In a break from the norm, Germany was not invited to the preliminary round of talks, which made President Wilson nervous. As it would turn out, the Allies would set the majority of the peace terms before the General Conference even began. That decision, along with many others, is cited as one of the factors that deeply angered the Germans and eventually led to the Second World War. By brokering the terms before involving Germany, the ideality of peace and a secure future was nowhere to be found. The meetings that began on this day also failed to include representatives from neutral countries or other allies that played a minor role in the war. At the wishes of Great Britain, Japan later joined the group, which was named the Supreme Council. Members of the Supreme Council met at least once a day, knowing that the eyes of many were on them, and whatever they decided at the meeting would have a lasting impact on generations to come. After almost a week, the Paris Peace Conference officially began, and after tough negotiations, the main result was a Treaty of Versailles between the Allies and Germany. Additionally signed were the Treaty of Saint-Germain with Austria, the Treaty of Neuilly with Bulgaria, the Treaty of Trianon with Hungary, and finally the Treaty of Sèvres, revised as the Treaty of Lausanne with the Ottoman Empire. If you've learned something, consider dropping a like and subscribing to my channel. Your support would mean the world to me.